All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome. Let's just dive into it. You already know why you are here, how to capitalize on Amazon during lockdown, even if you have no idea what to sell yet. Let's get it cracking. So my goal for putting all of this together for you guys who have been asking me is to show you exactly what's going on with Amazon and why it's actually a great time and actually the best time I've ever seen to get into FBA, and how to take advantage quickly during this lockdown situation to get in while you're stuck at home. And you can do this all while you're home. Okay, I got a couple more people joining right now. I'm letting you in. So at the end of this, when you stay to the end, I'm going to give you guys something very cool that I have been charging for. I wrote a whole ebook case study of one of my biggest products that made me 100K in 1 year. But that's only if you stay to the end. This is going to be, I've organized this like a real college lecture, so treat this as you're in real school. Please turn off your phone. Please take notes. Please get into a quiet area if you have not done that yet, and take notes. A quiet area that you can be in for a good hour plus, depending on how Q&A goes at the end. Okay, it looks like everyone is in now. A couple more people were in the waiting list. All right, let's get into it. So first of all, who am I real quick? Who is your professor of the day? If you don't know me, my name is Riley Bennett, and I've been selling on Amazon full-time since 2015. I am the founder of my YouTube channel and podcast called Living That Life, with over 50,000 subscribers. Over 9 million views on YouTube, I must add. Forgot to add that. And I founded my Amazon school in 2016 through popular demand, because my subscribers and viewers were saying, okay, Riley, how are you traveling the world full time? How are you fucking not have a job? How are you doing this? So I created my school because I love teaching. And they were asking me, that's what you do. And then I also founded, by popular demand, my Amazon marketing agency, which does launches for other brands, and as well as consulting. So that's been my other journey this past recent years. Quit my job in 2014, haven't gone back to a corporate job since, and I spend most of the year out in tropical Asia, digital nomad style. And now I'm basically on a mission to give back what other entrepreneurs and e-commerce hustlers and YouTubers have given to me, which is show me these different business models where you can hack the system and create your own independent income, which is a beautiful, beautiful thing. Who is Parker? Parker is my best friend. He is the co-founder of my Amazon business, my agency, and our Amazon school. And my best friend, I grew up down the street from him, and he's going to be also, he's my partner in crime. And also we have Payman here. Payman, are you there?
I'm here.
Yep.
Right on, guys.
Payman is our other local expert, so go ahead and introduce yourself, Payman.
Yeah, I'm an entrepreneur by heart for as long as I can remember. I spent the past 5 years living in China and Hong Kong. I was very involved in the e-commerce scene, especially Amazon. And while I was there, I was part of a team, and we built together a brand on Amazon. I was the one in charge of all the sourcing. I was going for months at a time, uh, once, twice a week, visiting factories, suppliers, the EU markets, on and off for months at a time. So I have a very extensive experience when it comes to dealing with suppliers, manufacturers in China. And also, as I said, I was very active in the e-commerce field and seeing that. I not only attended, but also helped organize, hosted, and even organized some events myself on e-commerce. I was an FBA. I even was asked to speak at some events. I was living in Hangzhou, which is where the headquarters of Alibaba is located. And I was actually living like 10-minute walk from the Alibaba headquarters in Hangzhou. So yeah,
Nice.
so I'll be here for anything related to dealing with suppliers in China or anything sourcing related.
Awesome. Sounds good. And I actually met Payman in Chiang Mai at the Nomad Summits years ago. We've been friends and in contact ever since, and we're teaming up to help people about this physical product game. So my quick story: 2014, came out to Thailand for that conference for the Nomad Summit. We were doing drop shipping at the time. Basically didn't go well. We were trying to create our own web store, drive our own traffic. Didn't go well until we met a friend there at the conference who was crushing it with FBA. His name was Kai. And we were frustrated with drop shipping. We're trying to drive traffic as newbies. And we're like, okay, let's pivot to this FBA thing. Kai is crushing it, making plus 5K a month. He had just enrolled in the 5K Amazing Selling Machine program. And so he was doing it. He was learning all the knowledge. So we were basically learning from him, looking over his shoulder in the same co-working space. Basically copy pasting exactly what he's doing and using this whole private label method. And yeah, needless to say, first year started to take off, made over 200K in revenue. Second year, 400K. Last year, over 500K, and well on our way to breaking the 7-figure mark. We're going to continue to launch products always and do this whole model, and it's changed our life. Been based in Thailand and Bali for the past 5 years, visited over 30 countries. Before this, I had never visited anywhere. So this was literally my dream, just to be making an income that can allow me to travel the world. So you're here because this is absolutely real. This is screenshots from our first year, averaging almost 5K. And screenshots from our last year, averaging nearly 15K. Amazon pays you direct deposit into your bank account, no questions asked. They just pay you straight to your bank account. And let me say, having that passive income, as I've said, is the best thing ever. 30 countries and counting, which is literally my dream, to explore the world, because myself and many people, we all want to travel the world, but it's just a question of when is that going to happen? How do we do that? And that's the big question. Basically comes down to your financial situation and if you're location independent. So Amazon, selling on Amazon, this whole business is something that is location independent. You can do from anywhere. Amazon doesn't care where you're at. I've been running my business from Kenya, from several Europe trips, from out here in Southeast Asia, when I'm home in America for the summers. It does not matter where you're at. You can be anywhere. So if your dream is world travel, this is great. So what made the difference between our previous dropshipping model and this? We did a lot of things right. We did a lot of things wrong, that's for sure, starting out. Basically found, as newbies to the digital marketing game, trying to figure out how to drive your traffic was very tricky through Google ads, Facebook ads. And then we just realized it's way easier to get started by just listing your product on the biggest store in the world. Much easier to get sales. The traffic is already there on Amazon. And then you launch a second one, and then you simply repeat the process. You can create your own Amazon storefront. Instead of your own website, Amazon lets you have your own little storefront on Amazon, and I'll get into that. What makes Amazon the single greatest opportunity of the decade? Well, let me show you. Everyone knows, everyone's seen this. Amazon is exploding. Exponential, you might say. Amazon is exploding year over year, and actually the truth is it's just getting started. It is still at the very ground, bottom floor of not only Amazon, but of internet as a whole. Still the very beginning. And here's some Here's some stats. Might as well be a gazillion dollars in revenue, 280 billion in 2019. It's creeping to approach 60% of all online sales in America. Stupid. So Amazon is basically just where online transactions happen. So selling on Amazon is basically just selling online. That's why Amazon's always going to be around. It's always going to be a good place to be. They're in 16 countries, but let me tell you, they have some big plans to take over the world. And the number of Prime users keeps going up. And also, I didn't even put in here, Amazon.com started shipping internationally to over 100 countries. I've ordered products from Amazon.com Prime out here to tropical Asia, and it's like 5 to 10 days shipping, like relatively cheap, like $20. So they're taking over the international shipping thing, and that's a relatively new thing. So now my business's audience just opened way up to a whole new plethora of customers. And so now, on top of all that, what's going on with this lockdown situation? Everybody knows Amazon sales are higher than they've ever been. It's Black Friday levels of sales every day. And so that's basically it, guys. It's the biggest platform in the world. Traffic is already there. People that go to Amazon, they're looking to buy now. They're not looking to just check it out. They're ready to buy. Their credit card is already stored. That's what makes Amazon the best place to have a business. And of course, it's very passive. It's passive income, because once your product is listed on Amazon, they hold the inventory, they pack it, they ship it, they handle returns. All that stuff is done for you. Amazon's created the easiest platform ever for people to sell and partner with them to offer great products. And of course, people love it because it's fast delivery. Even same day in many US cities has already been rolled out. Yep, it's coming. It's coming quick. And let me tell you, they've been testing the drone delivery, and the future that we're barreling into has that a part of it. We're not even into drone delivery phase. So if you're thinking about getting into Amazon before the drone delivery era, it's still early. Let's think long term here. But at the same time, we got an opportunity right now, bigger than ever. Also, another thing people rarely talk about is the boomers are coming on more and more and more to online shop. 74 million plus boomers are now getting used to having iPhones, used to using these apps, the Amazon app, and that's millions and millions of shoppers that are now coming online because of the obvious reasons. And as the boomers start to get into an older, boomers start to retire more and get towards a little bit older, may not be able to go out to shop as much. That whole generation is, staying home more, online shopping more, starting now and in the coming years. So basically, all right, Riley, that's good. How do I do this? What is the best way to capitalize on Amazon? I'm going to show you. It's relatively much more simple than you might think. I'm going to get into that. And in my class, we've broken it down to my 3 secrets. My 3 secrets that most people do not know. Number 1, why the next 90 days are actually going to be the biggest opportunity when it comes to Amazon. Number 2, our winning formula that we've found over the past 5 years, where you can come up with a unique product that can rank for a niche within a niche keyword using our keyword research strategy. So our formula to come up with products that will sell on Amazon, place them strategically. And number 3, how you can use a proven blueprint that's been done by previous sellers as a turnkey way to launch your product on Amazon. Let's get into number 1. Basically, everybody knows it's exploding demand right now. People are stuck at home. They're buying everything on Amazon. And Amazon just hired 100,000 new employees. As I said, it's Black Friday sales. every day. So that's pretty good for sellers. You know, people would rather stay at home, obviously. And not only during this kind of lockdown and entering the edges, or entering the end of the lockdown phase, not only is Amazon sales going to be high, but in the next whole year, people are going to be more wary of crowds for the next year, 2 years, like, and definitely into the future. So the Amazon sales have been going up, but right now it just took a whole leap forward, and there's a big opportunity of lots of demand and not as much supply right now. So big opportunity for entrepreneurs. Boop, boop, boop. Less competition. So this is what most people are not saying. So many bigger brands with like their own employees, buildings, offices, and things have been negatively affected. Obviously, those type of products that are not, blowing up right now. So a lot of those brands have either gone bankrupt or are financially struggling right now and basically scaling back on advertising, just trying to not go bankrupt, trying to pay off their debts, trying to take care of their employees. So a lot of regular brands are struggling, and or they've had their supply chain disrupted. So they're not launching new products and they're not as active, if even still selling on Amazon. So a lot of big brands have gone bankrupt. That's an opportunity for new, leaner, smaller brands, smaller sellers like me and you to come in. This opens a huge hole, and also cheaper clicks. This is what all my digital nomad friends are saying right now. Clicks are up to 40% cheaper right now because all these big companies they're playing it safe, they're conservative, they're not advertising, and so clicks are cheaper. So this is an opportunity to launch in the next 90 days and reach even more shoppers on Amazon through their sponsored placement program, which I'll get to in a second, for cheaper than ever. So I've never seen this happen in my 5 years, and all my OG marketer friends are like, Facebook ads, Instagram ads, Amazon ads, Google ads, everything is cheap. Advertise now. Get in front of your customers now. So in summary, demand is higher than ever and competition is down. That equals opportunity. Got some more people joining. Welcome, guys. So number 2, what is our secret formula to make it easy to find a unique product idea and rank it using our keyword strategy? Key number 1 is having a niche within a niche keyword. I'll explain that. Key number 2 is having a differentiating feature. This is what I found, guys, is the key to success. Let me tell you, I've been teaching this, for 5 years. This is what I found. So niche within a keyword, what's that? Basically, it's tricky to get on page 1 for yoga mat bag, but it's easier to get on page with yoga mat bag with pockets. That would be a niche within a niche keyword. It's all about the more specific keyword. So the more specific you can get for a keyword, if there's good sales volume for it, it's going to convert even better because it's even more specific about what the shopper wants. And ideally, it's a feature-rich term, like with pockets. That's a feature, that's a unique feature of the certain type of product that they want to buy. They want that specific thing. So we're going to get specific with these keywords. Stay with me. Here's a screenshot of our PPC numbers. Basically, it's showing these more specific keywords are very profitable and often can get you the big chunk of your sales. For these specific keywords, that's where the money's at. That's what I'm saying. That's where the money's at. So let me kind of show you what that looks like. I'm going to show you the criteria of products that we typically basically, it's the easiest way to profit on Amazon is by listing a private label product. So a private label product is where you basically find something that's already being made. You put your own packaging and logo on it, and you source that and launch that under your own brand. The Kirkland Signature brand that everybody knows is one example of many, many private label brands. They don't own their own manufacturing. They just buy it from the manufacturer that already buys it, puts it in the Kirkland signature box and logo, and sells it for, X the price and profits off of that. The other ways you could do it is, come up with a completely novel, unique design, but that takes way more startup capital. Or you could list an existing product, like take this Audio-Technica mic and relist it, get it wholesale somehow and then relist it. But then you don't have your own unique listing page on Amazon. You're sharing it with other sellers. So the way to go is to have your own unique brand that you own. You control the price. There's no minimum advertised price. It's a brand that you can actually build and sell in the future as well. This is your own house, your own store, your own asset. No one can fuck with it. You make the rules. That's why it's so good to own your own brand. And we're going to talk about building a legit brand for the long term later. So let me get into what kind of the private label method looks like. It is it's best to focus in this kind of $10 to $50 range, because that's what's known as the impulse buy range. It's very easy for a customer to just buy it on an impulse, and it also makes it relatively affordable to source. And ideally, we're looking for something relatively small and light. So the importing fee is relatively low, and there's no Amazon oversize fee. So I say within a shoebox, if it can fit in a shoebox, that's ideal, because anything over 18 inches long, Amazon puts a $2 extra fee on there. So that's ideal. So, all right, Riley, that's all good and cool. How do I find these products? That's the secret. That's where the money's at. And let me show you. Basically, you're digging through Amazon. You're doing market research. How does any company decide what product to launch next, what product to develop? They do market research. They do surveys. They see what other companies are doing. They look at trends. Same thing here. They look at search volume, all that type of analysis. That's how businesses are built. So I've developed this cheat sheet, which is available for all you guys watching inside of my ebook. The link is inside of my ebook. You can get that, but I've been honing and developing this product research cheat sheet over the years, and I'm going to be mentioning that a bunch of times. So basically, there's different areas that you can get to scouting, get to doing your market research. Well, number one is the Jungle Scout. Jungle Scout is it's the most popular software for scouting through the Amazon jungle. And basically, you're looking through. There's a tool where you basically, there's all these criteria. You type in your criteria like category and price range and all these different parameters, and it spits back what you're looking for. So very cool. You just go to the front here, you type find products, product or opportunity finder, and you get into there. Here's a screenshot of what it looks like. Don't have time to get into it now in detail, but here's a screenshot of what it looks like. Very, very cool. Number two is browse Amazon, these strategic different sections for trending items. So when I got started, it was just they had the best sellers page. But since they now have a movers and shakers page, a new releases page, a most wished for page, most gifted page, most people don't even know about this stuff. Barely anyone knows about this. And then also recently, Amazon Launchpad, which is where they feature products that have been on places like Kickstarter and Shark Tank. Very, very cool. And I only knew about this till recently. And then also another one, Amazon Handmade. Amazon Handmade. See, most people didn't even know about Amazon Handmade. I'm telling you, you can find ideas on all these places. All these places are money that pretty much nobody knows about. And then area 3 is just elsewhere. So other sites, we got Etsy.com. If you guys know about Etsy.com, what you know about Etsy? Etsy is, I know some people, I'll say, who have gotten $100,000 ideas from Etsy. Just gonna tell you that. Kickstarter.com, shutupandtakemymoney.com, Instagram ads, celebrity trends, and everyday life. Just keep your eyes peeled. Places to get good ideas. Product research criteria. I'm going to give you a general overview of the procedure, okay, that you use, and you can take this. So take notes as I'm going through this. You're going to be able to take this and get to it, hit the ground running. All right. So step number 1, you're going to skim quickly through Amazon and these different places that I just said, these different 3 places. And you're going to open interesting potential private label ideas in a new tab. Open a tab, skim. Open a tab, skim. Open a tab, skim. Open a tab, skim. This is what it looks like. You're going to have a bunch of tabs open, and you're going to have your Jungle Scout, and you're going to be getting to it. Bunch of tabs, but first go wide. It's the same way Skrillex makes beats. I was just watching a YouTube video just 2 days ago. He's like, I sketch a bunch of beat ideas. I sketch, make a bunch of sketches, and then later, with a fresh mind, I come back, listen to them all, and then develop the ones that sound good. Same thing with this. You're sketching, just open, throwing ideas at the wall that are potential, and then you come back later and develop more interesting ones that you're interested in. So after you have these tabs open, you're going back and you're doing quick analysis. You're checking page 1 on Amazon for competition level, for sales volume level, and for keyword search volume level. Basically, you're trying to make sure not too much competition. There's good sales volume. So is this niche, is there a good amount of money flowing through this niche where I can come in and get a piece of the pie? And keyword volume, are enough people searching? Are there enough visits to this page, so to speak? And you're keeping track of all this in the spreadsheet. When you see the spreadsheet, it will make sense. So some key little metrics. I say a real successful seller is, making over 1,000 profit per month. That's good. So it depends on what the unit price is, but you can see the revenue right there in Jungle Scout. You're looking at the number of successful within reach players. So relatively low reviews. So for example, if there's several listings crushing it, but they have like under 200 reviews, that means they're relatively within reach, because you can catch up to them in reviews using our ninja review tactics. If that makes sense. And also you're looking at the amount of sellers, amount of listings for this specific keyword with over 1,000 reviews. If there's too many with over 1,000 reviews, those listings tend to suck up a lot of the sales, because after your listing hits 1,000 reviews, it's just like a snowball effect. It's so much credibility, which is another huge opportunity on Amazon, which I'm hoping to reach actually soon. If you can hit 1,000 reviews on Amazon, you're set. That listing is gonna just be boom. It's just gonna keep exploding, and it's exponential from there. And that is the holy grail on Amazon, especially if you can keep 4 stars or better at 1,000 reviews, which is, guess why that's gonna happen, guys? Ultimately, it's gonna happen because shoppers love your product, and it's solid, and everything is advertised, and it's great. That's how it's gonna work, and I'll get into that in a second. Okay, so step number 3 is, once you have 30 potential ideas listed in my spreadsheet, then you're going to do the next step of deep dive analysis. So you're going to check different niche within a niche opportunities. So you're going to use the Jungle Scout keyword tool to search your main term. It's going to give you several other terms that are related, and you're going to look out for potential more micro niche terms that could make sense to target. And you go here in Jungle Scout, you click the keywords, tab, and you go to Keyword Scouts, and you just type in the main niche. Let's say, yoga mat bag, and it's going to give you all these different keywords that this is actual data from Amazon of what people are searching. You're going to look around there for ideas. And then after you find something that's interesting, then you search page 1 for that niche within a niche keyword, and you do the same analysis. Is there a good amount of sales coming through to this keyword? Is there a good search volume? Are there opportunities to squeeze in there? Are there good options, or is no one offering a great option for this micro niche keyword? You're analyzing that, and keep track of this in the spreadsheet. I would say 3,000 searches a month is a good number to bank on, that you can be making a good amount of sales on that keyword. All right. It depends obviously on the competition level, and how good your listing is, how unique it is, of course, but 3K is solid. But you can keep in mind, I was just telling Andrew this yesterday on his product advising consult, is you can use these smaller keywords that are maybe only 100 searches a month to come up with ideas. If some people are searching for, yoga mat bag with Velcro pockets, let's say it's only 100 searches a month, that can still be an idea, because, if some people are searching for that, that actually might be a useful thing that other people searching for yoga mat bags never even thought of, but they might love. So this keyword tool is an idea to come up, is a place to come up with unique features that you can add that no one else has, hopefully. So here's a screenshot. You type in yoga mat, it's going to say yoga mat bag with strap, yoga mat no slip, all the different related terms, and you're looking for terms that are function related or have width in them, because it's this with this. For example, our first crushing keyword had 3,500 searches a month, and it was a function-related keyword, so that's why our first product did so well. Step 4, then you open up Alibaba. I'm assuming everyone knows what Alibaba is. It's basically the wholesale Amazon. You look through there for unique models and ideas, take notes in the spreadsheets, and ideally, basically what you're trying to do is you're trying to cross-reference Alibaba, look for something that is not on Amazon yet, and look for unique ideas. Maybe you can take something on Alibaba and combine some features with this model, that model, message the suppliers, see if they can do it, for a relatively good price. And do keep in mind that not all features are equal. If a feature is functional, if it's actually useful, provides value to the product, that feature is weighted more than a feature that's just like has flower print on it. It makes it look good, but it's not really useful. You know what I'm saying? Keep that in mind. And make sure, Alibaba tip, to look deep. Look deep, 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 because I found a unique product idea on page 50 of Alibaba. I was looking, I was like, I have this idea in my head of like this model that would be cool, but I wonder if it's already being made. Kept looking. Oh my God, page 50, I found it. So it takes deep diving, guys. We're building a legit business here, a legit product that people will love. That's the key. So you're cross-referencing Amazon, Alibaba. Boom, 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 boom. All right, now key number 2 of the product research secret formula is having a differentiating feature. Quote here: businesses are built on good ideas. Let's be honest. Successful companies come from good ideas, most of the time. It's a combination of good idea and timing, and a little bit of marketing and branding strategy. All those things come together. That's a successful brand. And the best good idea is to have a lot of ideas. That's where the spreadsheet will help you. Lots of ideas first, and then develop the best ones. So our products kill because they're unique. We added some. So here's some differentiation methods that I teach. Number 1, adding simple functional features. Number 2, bundling. And number 3, being the clear, more premium, higher quality option. We've actually done all 3 of these. These are the methods. So A, adding new functional features, some tips on this. Keep notes of things and features and things that you would add to the listing. Keep note of negative reviews. What would you change? What would you improve? What are people saying about the product? What are they complaining about? How can you capitalize on that to use an idea? And then, like I just said, look on Alibaba for new and innovative ideas. And search Google and other sites. Just search Google for this micro niche keyword. See if there's a website, a niche website selling these specific things, and they're coming out with crazy cool models for this specific thing, and they're these models and this idea is not on Amazon yet. That's an opportunity right there. Number 2, bundling. So keep a lookout for terms with the word with on Jungle Scout keyword tool. Notice the frequently bought together section on Amazon. Amazon will tell you straight up, this is what customers also buy this with. So could it make sense to come out with a bundle? But pro tip, keep in mind, bundles are tricky because you're ideally there's a search term with both of the bundle items in one search term. So for example, yoga with yoga mat. Ideally, there's a search term that's yoga with yoga mat. People are looking to buy a bundle of that specifically. You know what I'm saying? If there's not, you're going to be trying to rank either for yoga mat or yoga mat bag. And those may be 2 competitive keywords. You know what I'm saying? So it would be much easier to rank on page 1 for both of those terms together. That's ideal. Keep that in mind. And number 3 option is there a premium option available for this micro niche? Is there an iPhone option? Because the philosophy is there's a certain amount of shoppers out there that always will want to buy the most expensive option on the page. And some of our products have done this, and it has worked very well. We're the most expensive option in this niche, and it sells one of the best. Same thing with iPhone. Some people are always going to get the iPhone, even though it's the most expensive phone. It's because it's the nicest. So a lot of people in America, they have money. They don't care about the difference between $20 and $50. They're going to want to get the nicest one. So look on page 1 for your micro niche and see, is there a premium option? Is everyone kind of competing with this kind of cheap, competing for price? Is there a space, do you think, to come out with boom, premium option? I'm way up here. Is there an opportunity there? But of course, pro tip, you got to back it up with a killer premium product that does not break and is actually, does what it says. Because big picture, reviews will come out. If it breaks, it will kill your listing. So a big theme I'm going to continue mentioning is a good product is the best way to go. Make it legit, make it good. So overall, ideally, what are we ideally looking for here in product research? We're looking for a unique, making your product unique, that has unique functional features that are useful, that improve the product. We're looking for good sales volume in this micro niche. So there's already a flood of sales, already a waterfall of money going on in this micro niche. And also there's good search volume. So there's good traffic in this small niche within a niche. And ideally it's an uptrending niche. So this is a big thing. With any company that ends up being successful, usually there's an element of timing. Usually, you know, the iPhone just hit at the perfect time. Boom. First smartphone, basically. Boom, hit it with perfect time. Other products like the Google glasses, they came out several years ago, did not catch on because they were too early. You know, and there's plenty of cases about companies being too late. So check Google Trends, trends.google.com for these niche keywords. Ideally, it is uptrending, not downtrending. And also, Jungle Scout has a trending score as well. So biggest tips to avoid, I'd say to people, don't get excited too quick. Like I said, go wide first. Go wide. Get your eyes on as many niches as possible, and then come back with a fresh mind. Dig deeper on the ones that interest you. Crunch numbers for like 30 niche within a niche keywords. Add it to your spreadsheet, and then go back on your spreadsheet again and narrow that down. So you're just chipping away. And of course, keep in mind, I forgot to mention that ideally also it's a product that you would actually buy yourself and use yourself. Something that you're relatively interested in. That's always an ideal case. It's never, going to be always the case, but ideally. So I recommend starting looking into categories that you're interested in. If you like surfing, look at surf categories. You know, if you like cooking, look at kitchen. If you like, yoga, look at yoga stuff. You know, so keep that in mind with the balance of, your business mind, and then also a product that I would use and it would be really cool and really exciting to work on. So what about margins? Payman, you can hear me all right? Cool. All right. Can you guys hear me in the chat? Let's just check in the chat, make sure everything's running smooth. Just say yes or thumbs up. Yep. What's up, Yinks? Jacob, good, thanks. All right. So let's dive into margins. Riley, what are margins? All right, Lena, thank you. So, all right, quick example. Basically, Amazon takes 33%. That's their fee to be for your inventory to be fulfilled by Amazon. To be on Amazon Prime, it's basically they just take 33%. 25 to 30, 33, depends on the size and the category. So one of our products sells for $39.99. Amazon takes 25%. So we get $30 back. $16 is our unit cost, which we've gotten down to 12 now, by the way, through using our sourcing agent, which I'll talk about later. And then $1 for PPC on average. That's paying for clicks to boost up. And then so at the end, the $13 profit out of a $40 sale. That's about 33% margin. So aim for 33% or better. Some of our products are like closer to $40, $50 margin, and that's gross profit before tax. And by the way, I handle tax exactly the same way that I would if I was living in America. I'm just on a long vacation. You're going to pay tax according to your situation, but yes, you have to pay tax on your income, obviously. So obviously I don't have time in 1 hour to go over everything, guys, but basically the next steps is you just narrow down your list to the top 5, your top 5 favorite things, and then you're searching Alibaba and you're looking for unique models. Use that data to determine your top 5, and then you're ordering some samples. You simply message the supplier, hey, I'm interested. I'm a seller in the US. I'm interested in, just say act like you're serious. I'm interested in 10,000 units. First, I would like to order some samples. Here's my address. They'll ship it to you. It takes about 5 to 7 days from China to the US. And let's say order 3 to 5 different models of your 3 to 5 top favorite ideas. And then you're playing with them. You're making sure they're high quality. You're using it, getting some ideas, and you use that to decide on something. And then you're going to order a test order. So you're going to negotiate with the supplier. Hey, I'm interested in 10,000 units. Send me the PI, which is the invoice for 10,000 units. Okay, good. Everything sounds good. All right, we want to do this. But before we do that order of 10,000, we first need to verify the quality with a small test order. Please send me this same price per unit for 100 units, 200 units, 300 units, 400, 500 units, some small as you can get, a test order. And that's what you first import to Amazon. This is what's called a test order. So you're just going to test it out with minimal investment to see if it does well on Amazon. And if it does well, then you order more. Congratulations, you just created passive income. It's literally just like that. And of course, when you launch on Amazon, there's different tricks that you can get quick reviews and gain ranking, like doing giveaways and doing promotions and Facebook and Instagram ads to drive traffic, which Amazon loves now. So yeah. And what would I consider successful on Amazon? I don't know, $20 profit a day, like $600 a month. Like, that's not too bad. You know, an extra $6K, $7K a year. I would consider that pretty successful. You know, most people in America have zero passive income. So if it makes more than $500, I keep it. Yeah, for sure. And what you can also do, is we've done several times, is after the test order, often you can get customer reviews and feedback on a way to come out with version 2.0 for your next order and improve it even better. Do we do our test order on the main Seller Central account? I got a question. Yep. Do it on your main account. By the way, to sign up, you go to sell.amazon.com. So if you already know that you want to get into it, that process can take some time. So just go to sell.amazon.com. Anyone in the world can sell on Amazon, by the way. Forgot to mention that. So yeah, that's pretty much the process, guys. So we're gonna do a poll. Who pretty much agrees that they can take that method and go and source and list on Amazon? I'm gonna sip my coffee. Just say thumbs up. Oh, you can raise your hand in this. This is nice. Nice, cool. So that's pretty much it. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Tomer. Yeah, good. That was my goal. That's the sauce, guys. Obviously, I can't cover everything in one webinar. Even if we had one day, I have hours and hours and dozens of hours of tutorials on this. But okay, let's get into the number 3 secret. How can you capitalize as fast as possible? You know, anyone can go, do this. How do you do it fast? So during this whole lockdown situation, I've been thinking about, all right, I'm getting more questions than ever. How do I get on Amazon? So I've been trying to devise a way to help people do it as fast as possible. How to do it, and especially how to fash. Let's get this fash cash. How to do it while this lockdown is still kind of going on, during lockdown economy and exiting lockdown economy, and still into this whole post-lockdown economy when online shopping numbers are like boosted way up. Yeah. Abraham says, thank you for doing this. My pleasure, bro. Elena says, is it possible to do it faster? Yes. The good thing about entrepreneurship is anything is possible, but it's possible. So let's stay with me here. So basically, how can I teach you guys how to do this fast? In the past, what you would do is you would make a course and you would have a bunch of tutorial videos. And but the thing is, see, I've had an Amazon school, an Amazon course since 2016. But the thing is with online courses is most people actually don't even complete it. So when I teamed up with Payment, I was like, if you guys follow me, I've been talking about making my new Amazon course for years and updating it for 2020. And we're like, how can we increase the rate of success? So how can we change it and make sure everyone completes it? That's why we decided to do it like a 90-day accelerator called the 90-day challenge. Pretty cool. So it's basically a fun way for everyone to try to launch in the next 90 days, and this is unique. No one else is doing this. Do you guys want to hear more about the 90-day accelerator thing? Because I've pretty much gone over all the strategy. All right, awesome. And then I'm going to get into, how many hours would it take? I'm going to get into that in a second. Awesome. You want to know more? Boom. Introducing 90-day FBA challenge. Let's fucking go. All right, so what is it? Like I said, it's unique. No one has done this. It's not only my 2020 updated video course, it's a 90-day step-by-step blueprint. So I've taken all my knowledge from my Amazon school, from my Amazon marketing agency, launching products for dozens of brands, and combined all of that into an easy-to-follow 90-day calendar, 90-day step-by-step blueprint. And to ask your question, how much time, the 90-day calendar is based on a 20-hour a week schedule. So based on 4 to 5 hours a week for 4 to 5 days a week. That's what that's my model. But of course, there's going to be outliers. Like everything in nature and the universe, it follows a normal distribution curve. So some people will do it faster. Some people will do it slower. But on average, I'm saying 20 hours a week. It's also not just that. It's a mastermind. So it's a mastermind, weekly Zoom calls. This is the new way. And it's a library of my proven templates, access to my personal network, and a system of accountability. This is the future of education. If you follow me, I'm so passionate about the education revolution. And this is it. This is how it's done. Who is it for? Obviously, for anyone who wants to quit their job, anyone who wants to live life on their own terms, live a more fulfilling life, get their freedom back, get their time back, create a passive income, replace your income. Obviously, that was me. I was sick of my corporate job. I got into this whole thing to replace my income, to start focusing my time on what I like doing, which is traveling, creating, teaching, making the world a better place, all these bigger things. Basically anyone who wants to get into FBA, that's exactly who this is for. That's exactly who we made this for. Who is it not for, guys? It's definitely not for someone who just wants to check it out, check out FBA. No, it's for people who want to get into it now. This is not a get-rich fast thing. It's not for people who are looking for easy money, like, I'm going to give you some money and I'm going to make some money back, right? Just don't have to do anything, right? No, it's absolutely not that. It's people who are willing to get coached and mentored by me, follow my success and emulate my system, people who are willing to be coachable, and of course people who are willing to put their money where their mouth is and put money into your business. Yes, starting a business takes money. This takes money too. But let me tell you, a lot less money than a traditional store or traditional business. If you were to open up a fashion shop like store, you're looking at, like in a major city, you're looking at 100K. You know what I'm saying? And with this, you can do much less. Not only much less money, but much less work, let me tell you. Much less work. I recommend for your business, I'll say at least a few grand. At least a few grand you're gonna need. So if you're broke right now, you should save up money and you should come back later. At least a few grand. High standards for the program. This is the note that are saying we are committing to high standards for our program because we want to make this like the next, Y Combinator startup accelerator, but it's for Amazon businesses. You get into it, we're gonna make it our job to keep the success rate high. Basically, the old model of education, courses and classes. The new model, masterminds, mentors. If you follow entrepreneurs on social media, you know this is what everyone is doing. It's masterminds now. Masterminds, mentors. This is the new way of education. So, traditional education system is is in major need for a disruption, and it's folks like myself and other entrepreneurs that are Elon Musk created his own school based on what makes sense. That's what this is. It's what makes sense. Basically, to recap everything, if you were to take our number one secret and realize that right now is actually the best time to get into Amazon while things are exploding, and our number two secret on how to use that unique keyword strategy and that unique idea strategy to launch, and also follow our 90-day calendar checklist blueprint, do you think you could maybe take these three things and create some passive income, relatively easily? I think so. Yep. Oh yes. Let me show you. This is something I'm very, very proud of. It's actually a little bit surreal, but my little brother makes $150K a year on Amazon. Yes, he went full time, quit his job within a year and a half, and now about 4 years later is profiting over $15K a month. And he does not need a job. He just bought a new Jeep. He's got a new apartment, and I'm very, very proud of this. Yeah, I basically changed his life, and so let's see if I can play this video.
Years ago, I started learning from them. I got straight into the FBA game, and within the first year, I was making $4,000 to $6,000 a month. After a year or two, I started doing this full time. Now it's 3-4 years later. I'm nearing the $150,000 to $200,000 profit a year. Okay, I'm in my new apartment. I have my own business. I can do whatever I want, whenever I want. Okay, it's amazing. And thanks to Riley for kind of paving the way for me. I'm able to do this. Give this course a chance. You won't be sorry. Trust me.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. So on top of that, actually, guys, my mom, just a regular old mom, makes $1 to $2K a month with her simple product idea that I helped her launch over one summer. Also, here's a testimonial from Brandon.
All right, real talk. Look, if you're interested in doing Amazon FBA, you need to have a blueprint to start. Otherwise, you're going to fail. So I highly recommend, after taking Riley's Amazon Method course, I'm making this much per week. You can become a digital nomad. You can do whatever you want to do, work from wherever you want to work. And I'm telling you, ever since I started following this blueprint step by step, it's been a life changer, and I highly recommend it.
Awesome. Yep, Brandon. Brandon makes money on Amazon. We could say that. Okay. So obviously, disclaimer, guys, the results are up to you. Like in any business, it's totally up to you. Nothing's ever guaranteed in life or in business. I think it's something like, I think the stat is like 9 out of 10 startups fail. Traditional startups. But let me tell you, with FBA businesses, I found it's a higher success rate. And, while it's not typical to make, $1 million in a year with any business, I've found many FBA entrepreneurs have done this, many. And the beautiful thing about internet businesses is they're scalable. They're scalable so quickly compared to other business models. And I've found it relatively easy, more than any other business model I've seen out there to make 6 figures. My brother makes 6 figures. I make 6 figures. On my way to 7 figures, he is too. I've met hundreds of digital nomads and online entrepreneurs. I've found this to be the most consistent and relatively easiest way to create passive income over my years. That's why everyone's still fired up about it. Okay, another poll for fun. How many of you guys are legitimately excited for the long term of the digital gold rush moving into the future, and excited to start a lucrative career in this still beginning phase of the internet. You know, we are the baby generation of the internet. Think of our kids. Think of our kids. They're going to be like, Daddy, I hope you made money on the internet, because while in your lifetime it was just getting started. Wow, there must have been the Wild West on the internet. Every generation after this, they don't get this opportunity. This is ground one. This is step one. That's the big picture. That's why I'm just like so fired up to be in this space. And then anyone feeling like a little bit overwhelmed right now, so much information. No? All right. Well, good. Payman, can you hear me? Everything still looking good?
Yes, sir.
All right. All right. So let's get Abraham so excited. Let's go. So basically, in the past, like I just showed you, we've been able to take complete newbies and successfully launch their product in a short period of time. I've done this for students. I've done this for clients. Here's James. Same thing. James makes money on Amazon. You could say that, making thousands of dollars per month. Don't have time to play his testimonial. All right, awesome. So basically, let's get into it. Let's get into what the 90-day accelerator is. Everything I know about product research, my product research secrets. Tons of screen share tutorial videos going into the deep dive of product research. It's me on the screen doing it live. I teach you everything, obviously. Number 2, sourcing. Everything you need to know about sourcing is right there for you. How to deal with suppliers, how to negotiate, how to vet suppliers, make sure they're legit, how to get the smallest test order possible. Everything I know about suppliers is in this video tutorial module with several videos. Then Seller Central, how to navigate Seller Central, which is the Amazon selling dashboard. All the little tips, tricks, secrets I've learned about Seller Central, they're going to save you time, save you money, and there's honestly so many bells and whistles in there. I'm discovering them. Parker's showing me new things like all the time. Branding. So I found the people who crush it the biggest on Amazon is they have cool brands. They have a nice product name. They have a nice brand name. It's a fun brand. You know, they add the branding element, and that's a thing that a lot of people miss out on. So everything that you need to know to create a private label brand, what I've learned from my own brand, my brother's brand, other successful brands, the tips, tricks, and secrets, how to create a killer brand that when shoppers see you on Amazon, they're going to be like, yes, this is it. I'm buying this one. Product launch secrets. Tons of tutorial videos on this I've put together, updated in 2020, of course, such as my secrets that pretty much no one knows about, how to get quick 10 plus verified reviews, like very quick, and how to rank for your niche within a niche keyword, how to do giveaways, how to do outside promotions that boost the page ranking, how to use super URLs that are like these special altered links that boosts your page ranking for any keyword that you want. All these little secrets that I've learned over 5 years, compiled it into what's working now. Done several tutorial videos on that. Also PPC, which means pay per click. All the little tips, tricks, secrets that I've learned through my own brand, my students' brands, managing PPC for clients now I do. I'm a PPC expert. I'm going to teach you all the secrets that are going to allow you to get the most eyeballs possible on Amazon through their sponsored program for the best possible price. And as well as what to avoid, because a lot of people are hemorrhaging money through PPC. I'm going to show you how to put in $1, make back $1.50, and just keep pumping it. That's it. And then automation. So the whole section on automation. After you got your store, up and running, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to automate it. There's not that much upkeep, but what you can do is you can hire freelancers, VAs, which is virtual assistants, and even full-time employees if you want to upkeep your store, to like reply to reviews, run some A/B testing for conversion, test different things for PPC. There's some softwares that help with that. There's softwares that help automate getting a continuous stream of new reviews. So everything that I've learned about upkeep and automation, I've done tutorial videos on this to just literally teach you everything through lectures just like this, but of course recorded inside of the class area. Boom. So honestly, I'm looking at this and I'm like, if this were a real college course and it were like, a week on each of these things or 2 weeks on each of these things, students would be coming in droves to sign up for this for $7K, which is like so cheap for a college class. And this would actually teach you how to run a specific business rather than like theory and all that type of stuff. That's how I look at it. My course has worked for anyone who's ambitious to take advantage of this FBA blast. Again, guys, anyone who is ready to quit their job, it's for you. If you're willing to take action, this is for you. Another one from Chris.
When I first heard about the Amazon.
Anyways, you can check it out on our website. I don't have time to play that. It's a little bit long. Again, guys, all my things wrapped up in a video course. But here's what you also is part of the program that I'm very proud of. It's not just the video course. Obviously, as I said, here is the details of the accelerator, of the challenge, of the mastermind. Weekly group calls with me. Weekly group calls with the required attendance, where you are asking questions and I am giving answers and advising. 90-day zero to launch checklist. I've compressed my whole process, my whole course, everything I know into a 90-day checklist, so you're not wondering, what do I do now? What do I do later? This is something I'm very, very proud of. Let me see if I can show you it. 90-day launch checklist. It is a project management dashboard with collapsible checklists. So it's got like week 1, day 1, day 2, day 3. It's got your helpful resources up here. All the things you need to know right there, what you need to know before starting, everything you need to know to sign up for your account, and you can check it off. I really like these interactive checklists. It's basically Google Docs, but on steroids, more interactive, collapsible. Very cool. It's got your homework assignments right here for week 1, and then week 2, week 3. After you're done, check it off, collapse it, boom. I'm a graphic designer, so I really like how this works. And so you're basically going to get a template copy of this project, and have one to yourself. Very, very cool. Been working on that tirelessly. If you follow me on social media, you see the behind the scenes. Also, a private Facebook group and group chat where I'm answering questions, Payman's answering questions. And anytime you get stuck, we got you. This is where your professors. This is a course. This is like a real college course. And then every proven PDF template that I could come up with, I'm just throwing it all in there. Templates from getting reviews through emails, through product inserts, through ManyChat, through Facebook ads. Every template that I've either been given and using or written myself, I'm putting it in there. So it's a library of resources that you can just plug and play into your own biz. And then bonus number 5, really cool, is my actual sourcing agent's contact. And also my freight forwarder's contact. And I'll get into that in a second, which is invaluable. So if just this stuff, if it was just a Facebook group, a checklist, if this were the college course, I think many students would probably enroll for $7K, which is a very cheap college, that would an FBA school for this amount. Again, number 1, weekly Zoom calls. Worth noting that many entrepreneurs charge $5K a year for weekly Zoom masterminds. There's many masterminds out there. that charge $5K a year just for weekly calls with an expert. And also note that this caps out at 30 students. It's 30 students per 90-day semester. All right, so this does cap out. So it's not going to be more than, a typical classroom. Let's see. The 90-day checklist, I just showed you that. This thing is so cool, I could market this as a 1K info product. For sure, it's that cool. Which maybe I'll do down the line, who knows. Bonus number 3, Facebook group and group chat where you're asking questions and getting answers when you get stuck. So don't worry about that if you get stuck. Number 4, here's all the templates. Here's an example of a template. I give you the PDFs and the ManyChat flows. Anything that can potentially be shared and just plug and play, I have that inside the library. Number 5, my sourcing agent's contact. So, first of all, my sourcing agent, not only can they negotiate with your suppliers on your behalf to get the best price, which has saved people tens of thousands of dollars. That's potentially the most valuable thing in this whole thing. But they can take care of the whole Alibaba process for you. I've actually worked with them on some product ideas. I give them sketches. I say, this is my idea. They say, you have a phone call, etc. So they understand the idea. They go out and figure out how to get it made. They go out and do the research, get the samples for you, contact the supplier, say, hey, can you do this alteration? Can you make this model? Can you put this together? And they just handle it. So it's an A to Z sourcing agency that is very, very cool. And they're very reasonably priced. Of course, they charge a fee, but from what I've seen, they're very reasonably priced. So if you want to just have the whole sourcing thing done for you, have them take care of it. I'll put you guys in contact with them. And then also, on top of that, my freight forwarder. Freight forwarder is a different agency, different company, different guy that handles taking your inventory from the supplier and getting it to FBA the quickest and cheapest way possible. And sometimes there's these tricks to avoid importing fees, to avoid Trump tax, to go from China to Hong Kong back to America. They handle that all for you. And a true story, my buddy Felipe in Chiang Mai, when I saw him recently, he's like, oh yeah, by the way, when we switched to your freight forwarder, thanks for that, by the way, because I found they were much cheaper than the one we are currently using, and it saved us thousands and thousands of dollars. So just that one thing has saved some of my students and clients thousands and thousands of dollars. They're the best one out there. He said he's tried several ones, and it's by far the best one, best price. Everything together, all of the class content, all of the mastermind content. That's what it is. So if this were a college, that's how I'm kind of looking at it. This would be easily $14K for a college semester. If this were like a traditional class, if there were an actual college course that showed you all of this stuff, how to create an actual business project where you're learning by doing it. You're not just learning the theory, you know what I'm saying? You're learning it and then you're doing it as the semester progresses. I think this course would fill up in the first minute that registration opened up, honestly. And people would be glad to take out a loan for at least $15K. Most students, as you guys know, it's $50 to $100K. But yeah. So basically, if all this did was end up making you $5K a month, would that be worth $15K? I think obviously. If this allowed you to quit your job, how much is that worth? Blah, blah, blah. Some people say getting free from their job is worth $1 million, Even if it makes you $500 a month, like an extra $500 a month, like barely anyone has that. That's so special. If just this course taught you how to find winning products that you can launch at any time, in the future, now into the future, would that be worth that $15K college course? I think probably. Basically, for creating my Amazon school, I had two options. I could do like the cheap way, get in everyone, but that wouldn't really incentivize me to, really focus on success rate. Or I could make it a little bit higher investment, a little bit higher tuition to focus on getting students more success. What's having a small business worth to you? Again, 5K, 10K, 25K. Most people pay, $50 to $100,000 for regular college, and after that, you have to go find a job. I think it's like 2/3 of people that after they pay for a degree and they get it, they're underemployed. If it's like 2/3 of college degrees are underemployed. With this, let's just say you work on this for 4 years, you have a great chance of having a full-time income. I'm just saying. So obviously you can see why people have paid me $2K for one-on-one mentoring, because it's not a cost, it's an investment in your business. In fact, I'm just going to be honest, and I put this slide here to keep the big picture in mind. Investing in a Amazon cash flow business is actually one of the best investments that you can make. That's why bigger investors, portfolios are now buying up FBA Amazon stores as digital assets, as digital properties, because they realize that Amazon's uptrending and it's so good cash flow. Any entrepreneur, any investor loves cash flow. So this business is such good cash flow. And compared to like real estate, like rental properties or stocks, you'd be lucky to 1 to 2x your money in 1 to 2 years. You'd be lucky to 10x your money. With this, you can 10x your money relatively very soon. And what's unheard of in any other type of investment pretty much is 100xing your money. So my little brother, he got started with inventory with a loan from my dad for $1,500, and he's profited from that over $300,000. And that's under 5 years. So that's 200x. It's just stupid. It's like, there's no quicker way to flip your money other than fresh white bricks coming in from Colombia. No quicker way, and this is completely legal. So, if you were to put in 5K to your business and potentially turn that into 100,000 over the next 2 years, would it be worth it? I think obviously yes. Compare that to like stocks or real estate. You're never gonna even 5x it, in 3 years. Never. So this is honestly why, like I said, big portfolios and big investors. Big money is coming into Amazon to buy up these stores because the cash flow is just so clean, so consistent. And this is great because 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, you can sell your business for 20 to 30x the monthly profit. So if your business is making profiting like 100K a year, you could sell that for 200, 250K up front, boom, to a buyer. And many Amazon FBA people have done that. I've had a guy on my podcast named Nate Ginsburg, and within 3 years, he sold his Amazon store for $950,000. So that's a really cool thing. Is you're building an asset just like a home that you can either keep renting out for cash flow, or you can flip it. Boom, come up, big payday. I want to go invest in building my own school, or, I just want to blah, blah, blah. Invest in whatever. You can sell this asset.
Finally, just want to add an example.
Yep.
Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Yeah, the brand that we started back in living in China was for a small kitchen product. And it was doing decent. It was making like $10,000, $12,000 a month in sales. And within less than a year, it was bought by an investment firm for over $100,000.
Nice. Wow.
It's definitely possible.
Yep. Yeah, and actually there is a module in the course that I didn't even put in this presentation, but it's about how to sell your business and how to optimize from the very beginning, optimize for sale. Actually, Nick Ginsburg was a speaker at the Nomad Summit this year about that. So I summarized his whole presentation. And I'll give you guys Nick Ginsburg's contact. He specializes in helping FBA businesses optimize everything to prepare for the maximum sale value. Little tips like having your accounting, dialed in since day one, your profit and loss. And there's a software I'm going to tell you guys about. They actually members of my course get 3 months free. It's called Seller Board. It's the most accurate profit and loss software that tracks profit and loss from the very beginning. So they actually reached out to me and they wanted to give everyone 3 months free. So you guys get that. So basically, 5K a semester would be very worth it. I think this would sell out very quick. This classroom would fill up very quick if it were 5K. But obviously we want this to be available to someone who's actually in college who may not have that, or someone in any country, or someone who maybe lost their job or is, maybe in a pinch right now. So that's why we're not gonna do 5K, not even 3K or 2K, 1K. We're gonna make the accelerator 1K, one little measly K, just for now though, guys, just for now. And then as I grow my school, as I get more testimonials, everything, obviously it'll become more like a real university in the future, have retreats and all this thing. But even better, we wanted to make it even easier so you can pay for it potentially with your profits. So that's why we're doing something ridiculous. You can break it up into 6 months. 6 months, break it up. So very stupid. But just for this first time, guys, we want to be stupid nice because of this lockdown, because everyone is, even if you're struggling, we want to make it even possible for more people, no matter where you're from, no matter what your situation. We're going to do everyone, just for right now, everyone who's on this, half off. So stupid. That's what it is, guys. Or you can even split that into 3 payments. So we're trying to make it a no-brainer for all you guys who have been following and they're here from day one who want to get going now. We want to make it just okay. Boom. It's right there. Payment should be putting the link in the chat. Oh yeah, bonus number 6 right away. To make it even closer to free, I consider this basically free. You're gonna save $150 on Jungle Scout right away, so that takes $150 off of it. They reached out, they partnered with me, gave an exclusive discount. I have my own landing page with them, so basically free. Half a K, that's what it is. It's got to be worth my time, all the coaches' times. We're doing it as narrow, as cheap as we can during this first round only. As I said, it's going to be closer to regular university price when this opens back up, but it is going to close. It's going to close on the 20. Okay, go ahead.
Just want to add one thing. The main difference between this course and any other course, because before starting this course, we did a lot of brainstorming as to how we can make our course very different. The one thing that we want to make sure that even if we're take complete beginner that has not done any e-commerce or Amazon business before, we want to be able to take them somewhere else. How can we get someone that is completely new, no experience, and within 90 days, by following our step-by-step plan, how we can get them to find a product, to source it, and to launch it within 90 days. And the only way that we could think that would be the best way to do it is to give them an exact step-by-step game plan, like with daily tasks, weekly assignments to complete, and monthly goals to reach. And that's something that no other courses are doing right now. And we're very excited about that because following that game plan, honestly, is foolproof. Even a 10-year-old can just follow it, just like Riley showed you in these checklists. Today you do this,
and you just check it out. The more you do this, just check it out. Just like you have on calendar, just follow that, and you will. If you follow that to the letter, we cannot guarantee you success, but one thing that we can guarantee you that within 90 days, you will have your product launched on Amazon. And if you do your research the way we teach you, then you will be selecting a product that makes sense, that has a lot of profit margin, and ultimately your chance of success are that much higher. So this is a chance that, of course, that you will not find anywhere. And the price, as we said before, we talked, if you sell that for $2,000, because no one is doing that, information is really crazy, good, and Riley is legit. He's been crushing it on Amazon for the past, I don't know how many, 5 years. So you
Yep.
can't find a better partnership, better coach to teach you, to guide you than Riley and the team. I'll be here to help you guys. So this course really is a no-brainer. Plus $500 for this is really, I mean, someone
Yeah.
is giving away for free.
Yeah.
Because, and that's the price we always agree to give it for that amount because of what's going on right now. We want to give everyone a chance, especially people stuck at home. A lot of people have lost their job or in difficulty financially because of the crisis right now. So we said, how can we make it as simple as possible for people not only to have an amazing chance of success by following a step-by-step game plan, but also by making it almost a no-brainer. You cannot find a course like this anywhere else. So this is the best shot at not only starting an online business, but also taking advantage of the greatest single opportunity of the decade, which is Amazon FBA. So this is your chance to shine, guys. Seriously.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Amazon. It's just starting. The internet's just starting. So if people that say that Amazon is like too late, it's like, okay, do you know that we're the baby internet generation? Like, what? It's still going to be an opportunity for our kids. You know, there's saying that Amazon is too late is like saying that business is done. You know, Amazon is just where business happens. Really cool bonus, and Payman took the lead on this one. A portion of the proceeds are going to go to a charity. So to get the technology into the hands of underprivileged kids in Thailand, underprivileged schools, so they can learn some digital skills. Very cool thing. Of course, most of the proceeds are going to be going to hire employees for our school to build our school, create more conscious entrepreneurs, which for the long term will give back more to charity and make the world a better place. Creating more conscious entrepreneurs who can make the world a better place and do good in the world. Basically, all right, this is it. We're pretty much at the end, guys. Just want to reinforce. You got two options. Stick with the same or make this micro commitment. By enrolling in this, it's going to be your micro commitment towards actually getting this done. That's why we wanted to format it the way that we wanted to. So it's like it's a commitment to actually get it done. Do you want to stick with the old situation, no passive income, or create your next passive income? Also, bonus, 30-day guarantee. So if you go through all the videos in month 1, all the checklists in month 1, complete the homework, complete the assignments, and hit the milestones, and attend the Zoom calls. Basically, if you enroll in this course, you're taking this college course for a month, and then after a month, on day 29, if you decide that you're not getting value from this, then simply email us and we'll give you a refund if you feel like you're not getting value. That's how confident we are that this program is legit and stacked. So honestly, the reality is, if you do half of anything that I told you today, it would be totally worth $500. If you end up making $100 a month, you know it's worth it. You know, because you're gonna pay off your education within 5 months. You know, how often does a graduate of a regular college pay off their student loans in under a year? I think never. Yeah, it's a 30-year plan, and oh my God, that's a whole nother wormhole. Don't need to keep talking about that. Anyways, guys, traditional jobs, traditional opportunities, I've never seen something like this, where you get not only is it a business school, but it's a business school where you're actually creating a business during the course, and you have a very good potential to, after this course, have a passive income asset that is actually working. And passive income is the best thing ever. It's the first step to enlightenment and all that stuff. So here's just a little visual. That was the old me on the left. I was in my corporate job. I was worried about hitting quota. I was trading my time for money. Now I'm on the right. Now I make money 24/7. I make money while I sleep because I have an asset, just like a rental property, that pays me over and over. But this is a digital asset. Way quicker to build. You can build this digital house in 90 days compared to like renovating, building a flip property, putting $100K cash down, and then renovating it for $50K and then renting it out for $500 a month profit. Much easier to build a virtual store that you can collect the cash flow for as long as you want and then flip it. And this is me. I'm chilling. I wake up whenever I want. I go to bed whenever I want. My daily, weekly schedule is totally controlled by me, and that is the most valuable thing, honestly. I travel whenever I want. When someone invites me to do something fun, I say yes. I never have said, I'm busy. I got this thing, or I got this job, this manager. So it is the new life. I think this it's just the beginning of this wave, and creating an internet passive income. It's still the very beginning of it, and it's very special to do this. This is something very special. I think like the vast majority of Americans do not have any recurring income, so it's something very special. So there's the link to join the accelerator. It's gonna fill up, so don't put it off. If you know you want to get into FBA, you already know what to do. This is literally everything. I've thrown the book at you guys to try to help you guys during this crisis. Everyone that's been following me for a long time, this is been years in the making. This would easily be a $14K semester at a regular college that you'd come out with income at the end of it. So a couple reasons. If you haven't enrolled yet, are you too busy? I would say if you're too busy from your job, that's the reason why you need to do this. So keep in mind, guys, we all started with jobs. You're going to have to do this nights and weekends. Nights and weekends, spare time. There's no other way. There's no other way. So you're going to have to sacrifice now to build something on the side where you can eventually quit your job. Okay? If you're too busy, that's the reason why you need to build something. If you have no experience, let me tell you, my mom can barely use her iPhone. I'm telling you, my mom is not a tech whiz mom. She's a regular mom. She launched a product on Amazon and she makes $1 to $2K. And she does nothing. She just cooks, just collects the deposits. So if my mom can do it, if you have no cash, and if you have no cash, I would say again, that's the reason why you should do this. You need to start making a side hustle. You need to start making more money. You need to start trading your time. Stop trading your time for money. Build something that you can scale. That being said, if you need cash to start this business, at least a few grands. So save up your money and then come join us for the next round. If you don't have money, but that's the reason why you need to start investing and stop spending. And I also forgot to say, sell your car, sell your cat, sell your goldfish, sell your boyfriend and girlfriend. I'm just kidding. Do what you need to do. Sell your clothes. Become a tutor. Do some dog walking. Go through your old baseball cards and flip those, and come up with like $3,000. I would say is around the minimum you're going to want to invest into this business. Come up with that, and then figure out a way to come up with it. Sell some stuff, guys. Sell your whatever you have laying around. Get on Craigslist, get on OfferUp, and flip some stuff so you can take that and go flip some stuff on Amazon that keeps flipping automatically for you. Go to a garage sale, do some flipping, whatever. Make it happen. This is honestly the funnest thing I've ever done. Oh yeah, and I'm not special. I'm not good at programming, guys. I'm not good at creating revolutionary products. I'm not a genius. I'm just a regular college kid. Not a genius. But I can still do this simple business model. Anyone can do this, guys. One more time, this gets you everything you need to know about product research, sourcing, Inside Seller Central, branding secrets, product research secrets, PPC secrets, automation, and then, of course, the weekly mastermind with me, your professor. Zero to launch checklists, calendar, private mastermind and private group chat, PDF templates, my sourcing agent's contact, which even if you are already full force into starting your own FBA business, just getting that is worth at least $5,000. Also, if you're on the fence, you're thinking about now later, we're doing a fast action steal for the first 10 students, a one-on-one kickoff call. It's kind of like office hours. I can't do one-on-one calls for everyone. That's, I don't want to be on the phone. I don't want to be on Zoom 24 hours a day. But to just give you that little boop, 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 kickoff calls for with your professor for the first 10 people who join. Normally, I charge clients $200 for consultation calls through Upwork through my agency, so that's another $200. All right, there you guys go. Already said, basically free. And thanks for attending. Here's your free gift at the very end. livinglife.com/100k-ebook is the case study of one of my crushing products. You can download that for free right now. That's basically it. You guys already know where to go to sign up. And yeah, thanks for attending my virtual lecture. You guys are free to go to lunch break. Stick around if you want to ask some questions, but thank you very much.
We'll save another 5-10 minutes for any questions you guys might have, so don't be shy.
Yep.
I'll take that. No, mine, you don't need to have your own strong facility, because that's a beautiful thing about Amazon FBA. All you have to do is just, once you've sourced your product, you send it to one of the Amazon warehouses. If you're targeting the US market, then you send the US. If you're targeting the European market, you send it to Europe. If you're from Australia, you send it to one of the warehouses in Australia, and so on and so forth. The bank, that depends on a country per country basis. We have a list of which countries it's very straightforward, and some countries it's a little bit, it's not as straightforward, but you can still, there's ways around that to register your bank account. So you'll get the details of all of that inside the course, but you can also very easily Google it online, or you can just message me later, and I'll send that to you later.
Nathan
To answer your questions about the fee, the beautiful thing about Amazon FBA is because it's your business, you decide what price you want to sell it. So if you see that this is affecting your margins, you can just increase the price of your product, but also you have to increase the perceived value, and that's things we teach you inside the branding section and the bundling. So you're not going to be competing on price, but you will be increasing the value of your product, and this way competition becomes irrelevant.
Yeah, and so I'll make a note about the FBA increasing Amazon increasing their fees in the future, as they just did recently with Amazon Associates. It's a little bit different because Amazon they created all these income traffic streams through associates, and then they cut which is really looks bad on Amazon. But here's the deal. People ask me, Riley, what about Amazon? Squeezing margins and squeezing sellers out and coming out with their own competing products, which they've been doing for years with Amazon Basics. My mindset is big picture. My mindset is not worrying about things you can't control. That's the truth. Hey, if Amazon wants to cut FBA margins in half for sellers, there's going to be a huge seller backlash, and we're going to do our marketing elsewhere. We're going to take our business elsewhere. All right. We're digital marketers. You know, that's what we're digital marketers, big picture. So if this is, and Amazon is just the best first step for someone to get into to digital marketing as a career, as a long-term career, if you want to be, of course, or it can just be a side income to go pursue your dream, which I hope you do, of course. But worrying about things you can't control, I don't think about that. I think about things that are in your control. I don't think Amazon is going to want to disappoint sellers. I don't think they want to do that. You know, it's a partnership. But part of being an entrepreneur from the get-go is being able to adapt. We're always going to be adapting to, there's always changes. There's always new models. There's always tips and tricks. So when something happens, when there's an obstacle, you adapt. So that's my answer. Yeah. Wade just said he got hit hard by the associates thing. So, I'm not worried, you know, we can't control it. So what you're going to do, and maybe the reason why you're here, is you're adapting. That's part of the fun. That's part of playing the sport of this free market capitalist society. Oh, boom, I just took a hit. All right, boom, where can I come back with my jab? Boom, boom, boom. That's part of the game. You know, if Amazon comes out with something that sellers don't like, sellers are going to take their business elsewhere. So don't worry. You know, basically, if you're worrying, what about this big bad monster? What's he going to do in the future? Just like, that's not my mindset, honestly. You got to have a more positive mindset. Choose to open a certain product. Okay, when you're opening tabs, what makes you choose to open that in the tab? It's something that on first glance meets the private label criteria that you might be interested in selling. So, am I even interested in it? Is that even cool to me? One, and number two, does it fit the quick private label criteria? Can it fit inside a shoebox in general? And is it between $10 and $50? Is it private labelable? Oh yeah. Someone says, do bad customer reviews or experience get you banned from Amazon? There's a couple or say a few. No, a couple or a few. Bad experiences, you're totally fine. But if your product is defective, what will happen is your customers will start returning it, and after your return threshold, after your return rate hits a certain threshold, you'll get an email from Amazon that says, "Hey, we're getting a complaint for this specific issue. Please fix it." And you simply fix it with your next inventory batch. And then it's a system, you click fixed, and then it's back live again. And of course, if it persists, then getting banned is not your worst worry. Your worst worry is negative reviews. And yes, reviews are a huge thing. If your product breaks, if people are having issues, they're going to leave negative reviews. And that's usually the first thing to kill your listing. For example, once it falls to 3 stars, your sales will fall by like 30%. That's why, obviously, you gotta come out with a solid product that works as advertised. Jacob says, how negotiable is price on Alibaba or other? You can, yeah, go ahead.
It really is negotiable. Also depends on the product, depends on a lot of factors. But a lot of time you don't want to just be negotiating on price. You also want to negotiate on the actual material, the terms, delays, and all that, because there's a lot of things that come into play. And also, you have to have a good approach when you contact your supplier. You gotta, and that's part of what we're going to be also teaching you inside the actual course. We taught exactly how to approach the suppliers, how to phrase your request so they take you seriously. But to answer your question, price is only one factor, and a lot of people make the mistake on focusing only on price. And there's a lot of factors coming into play, as I said, not just price, but also the actual material, the the terms, especially if you're placing an order in the busy time of the year, just around Q4 or just before Chinese New Year. Sometimes they will tell you sorry, especially if your order is too low. They will tell you sorry, we don't have time, we cannot fulfill your order until say after Chinese New Year, which is usually until March or April. And then that's something you can tell them. Listen, I can take the price you're telling me, but if you can bump me up on your list, and you can fulfill my order say before that. So there's a lot of things that you can negotiate. Don't just focus on only price, because price is only one aspect of negotiating with the supplier. And all the time, if you negotiate too much on the price, then they will say yes. They will give you the say whatever $1.50 discount, but they will what's going to happen is that they will give you inferior material. And as an Amazon business, do you really want to have a product that is made badly or poorly? No, because that's going to kill your business. So a lot of time it's better to not get to, I mean, to pay, to not insist too much on discounts on pricing, but on the material, on the quality, because that's what's going to really make or break your product.
Yep. Um, yeah, but as in business and life, all things are negotiable. So yeah, I'm gonna clap to sync my audio real quick. Wyatt says, have you had issues with reporting issues on Amazon from competitors? Not sure what you mean by that. Go ahead and clarify.
I guess we're saying a lot of time there's some unethical competitors that will just flag your product or have some of their friends buy your product and file bad reviews. That's something that unfortunately I've seen happen quite frequently in China. They have crazy operation in China. You have buildings like 5-story buildings. You have 200 people each running say 20, 30 SKUs, and all they do is just try to go after their competitors. So that can happen, but it's not common. And now that's something that Amazon is also tracking down and against unethical reporting, because that's destroying the trust of buyers and sellers as well.
Yep. Let's see. And again, worrying about things out of your control, I think is a waste of time. Jacob says, how many hours on average per product launch from start to finish now that you guys have experience? Of course, everyone is different, but I would say part-time, full-time for, it depends what you mean by launch. I mean, coming up with the next idea from scratch. Part-time, full-time, 60 to 2 to 3 months, 20 hours a week, 2 to 3 months.
I think that part of that thing that the longest in terms of time is finding the right supplier.
Because speaking from experience, I've been visited many factories. They will tell you, yes, we can do that. Yes, we can do that. They agree to everything. And then when it comes time to actually sign the contracts and the money, they say, oh, sorry, the price of material has increased, or there's a misunderstanding, we cannot do that. So a lot of time you think you found the right supplier, only to find out that the supplier is not able to fulfill your order, because in China, in Chinese culture, it doesn't look good for them to say no. Even if they cannot do it, they will say yes. But a yes doesn't mean yes. That's one thing that sometimes you will find, you will learn the hard way. And that's something that I personally experienced and learned after living in China for 5 years. So again, it's very difficult to answer the question, how long does it take? Because there's a lot of factors, but the biggest factor is the supplier. Is your supplier really the right one? And if yes, then it can be very smooth. Within a month, you can negotiate on the terms, on the price, on the materials, and you can start producing your product. But if the factory, lets you down at the last minute, then that's a different story. You have to restart the whole process again. So it all depends.
Yep. Wyatt says he bought the course. Awesome. Talk soon.
Let's see. Is it possible to register to sell on Amazon if I'm from Russia? How would I get money from Amazon? Good question. So in the course, I cover this. Yes, you can if you're from Russia. Pretty much any country, you can register as a seller, and you get money in your local currency through a Payoneer account. It's like a virtual bank account that Amazon partners with. So it's in the course. Just go to Payoneer.com and you sign up for your account. Amazon pays you, puts money every biweekly automatically into your Payoneer account. And then you can use that in your local currency. That's what I've never set it up myself, obviously, because I use USD, but all the Amazon sellers use Payoneer.
Jacob, to answer your questions, yes, currently sales are through the roof, but keep in mind that more and more people, because they're stuck at home, they're finding and experiencing and enjoying the convenience of buying from home. And even when this whole lockdown is finished, a lot of people will still prefer to buy from home because let's face it, if you want something, you go to the mall, it takes you 2 hours looking for a parking, finding your product, lining up at the cashier. A lot of people are too busy. They just don't want to do that. They prefer to get it at home, a couple of clicks, and they get it next day. So even once all is said and done, you will see a much higher number of people still buying online, and that as a result will increase sales for everyone. And that's a new norm because it's going to be the new norm because Amazon sales are going to be exploding. Like last year, they did $280 billion in sales. This year, they're going to crash that. They're going to. My personal feeling is that they will not only go over 300, but maybe even $350 billion next. I mean, this year alone, maybe 400 because of what's going on. Everybody's stuck at home and buying things. Like personally, the other day we tried to go to the mall to buy some basic necessities. We cannot find it. We have to go to Amazon. So yeah, people are more and more people are going to be buying from Amazon, and that's an amazing opportunity.
Yep. Lena says, should I operate as a company or a private person? Good question. You can do either. You can, when you sign up for Amazon, they're going to ask, okay, how should I tax you? And put in either your private tax information or your business tax information. So up to you. And you can change it later inside of your Seller Central account if you decide to change how it's taxed. If you want to transfer ownership, basically, between personal to your LLC or whatever. Jacob says, you said you found a unique idea on page 50. Wouldn't it be easier, better to ask the manufacturer to make some changes? Yes, absolutely. It's a combination of both. So what I do is I go into PowerPoint and I make some simple drawings. Arrow, make it like a third grader could understand it. Can you do this plus this equals this? And I simply send that message to suppliers and I say, can you do this? And some people might say yes, maybe no. So yeah, it's a combination. Some people can say yes, but we have to make a new mold. It's going to be $5K for the new mold. Okay, maybe not. Maybe ask someone else, can you do this without a new mold? Can you do this simply, cheaply? So it's a combination of those two things. Yep, thank you. Nathan says, if I'm buying Viral Launch, what package? You need to get the Pro package. I'm not sure. I actually switched to Jungle Scouts. That's what I'm using and recommending now. The extension plus Jungle Scout package, and the link to that to get the course discount is inside of my spreadsheet.
Keep it coming, guys.
Okay, cool. Wyatt got the product validation. Cool, awesome. He wants to hear what I have about what I have to say about his idea. Sounds good. Obviously, about product validation, that's good time to address that. Oh, it's private message. Okay, cool.
Um, Obviously, I can't look at everyone's, you know, spreadsheet and analyze it and for everyone. I don't want to be again on the Zoom call, but we're offering that as a bonus, as an upsell. Inside, you can basically buy one-on-one consultations from me. Um, I have a life to live. I'm not I'm not going to be on the phone every day. It takes a lot of brain energy, and so. But if you do want the basically pay me through my agency to be your one-on-one consult, yeah, you can do that. Um, on the group calls, of course, on the weekly group calls, you can feel free to share your product ideas. Um, if you're going for something, obviously we encourage not for everyone else not to totally rip you off and steal your idea. So let's be reasonable, but you're free to ask product validation questions in the weekly group calls, which will be about an hour. But if you want the up to an hour one-on-one product validations, we're offering that as consultation, as extra. But I can't just do that for free for everyone. That just wouldn't be sustainable.
Jacob, to answer your questions, I would recommend that you focus on one brand at a time, one product at a time, in order not to spread yourself too thin and just keep it simple. Because it sounds easy, but it takes a lot of time and effort to build a brand. You want to do it the proper way, especially in the beginning when you're starting. If you have experience, you have a team behind you, then it's a different story. But if you're just by yourself, a one-man band, then I would recommend sticking to one brand at a time, one product at a time. What I've seen people do that are successful, and what we did as well when we were launching the first brand in China, is our goal was to launch one new product uh, every uh, every 6 months within the first brand. So within the first, you would have two products within the same brand, and after that, expand. That's the best way to go, especially if you're starting out with not that much experience and you're just by yourself. Now, if you have a team, that's a different story.
Yep.
You definitely have multiple brands, but again, focus on one at a time. Your goal should be, if you're very aggressive, launch one new brand per year. And if you have a team, one brand per every six months.
Yeah. Yeah, and that being said, good point. You can hire Amazon freelancers to be your employees, to be your team right away. So, and inside the course, I share my. There's a list of top Seller Central freelancers / experts on Upwork, and yeah, seller freelancers and VAs. There's a list inside the course that I share, and that's a part of any business, of course. Hiring employees.
The last part of the question, Jacob, whether you need multiple different seller accounts. Within one seller account, you can have multiple brands, but from what I understand, correct me if I'm wrong, Riley, is that you can only have one brand. I mean, one account. If you want to have more than one account, then you need to ask Amazon for permission. And so yeah, you would. If you want to have multiple brands in the same account, you can do that. That's easy to do. But if you want to open a different account altogether, then you would need to ask Amazon for permission, or you can, if you get a business partner, just do one under your name, one under their name.
Yes, correct. You're just gonna have one account, and you're gonna have two brands. So you simply go to brand, new brand. It's a separate storefront. Very easy. My brother has two brands. Many people have separate brands. It just means separate storefront and name, brand name under the tag where it says brand name on the listing page. But just one. Amazon wants to keep it one account per person. Yeah. And then about getting reviews from family and friends, I have a detailed everything about reviews 2020 in the course, and do not get reviews from family or friends anymore. Amazon's algorithm somehow knows it.
So I tell you the other ways to get reviews, but I've stopped doing family and friends. Avoid Facebook friends. Avoid people who have the same last name. Avoid people who you've met in person, because it's theorized that they know that you've logged into your Amazon account from the same IP address. So if you've shared the same Wi-Fi connection, um, it's theorized that that factors into their algorithm. Um, it makes sense. It's fair. Don't get Amazon just doesn't want you to get reviews from your friends. Awesome, Wyatt. Cheers from Portland, Oregon. Awesome. PN Dub for life. We'll see you guys soon. We're going to be kicking off with the first call soon. Details will be in the Facebook group. So registration is going to be open for a number of days, and then it's going to close down, and then it will be closed for and until we decide to open it back up. And it will cap out at that 30 people. Welcome, welcome. Getting enrollments, awesome.
Excited to have you guys on board.
Excited. So Jacob, basically, do you offer more help? So there is an upsell, yes, for a consulting package. It's a weekly call one-on-one, and it's basically about double the price of the regular tuition.
Yeah, I can briefly tell you the details about the one-on-one call. Sorry, mentorship. Let me see, who was that asked? Oh, Jacob. Okay. So, going to be daily text messaging with Riley and Skype chat. Weekly Thursday one-on-one advising calls. Weekly Monday text message check-ins. Personal one-on-one accountability buddy directly with Riley, as well as there will be a set specific weekly calls schedule and structure. The first week you will have your kickoff call. Week 1 to week 4 it will be about product research advising. Week 5 to week 7 is going to be about product development, sourcing, and launch strategies. Week 8 to 10 branding, sourcing, product development. Week 11 and 12 listing optimization and launch. And yeah, so we'll really work with you directly one-on-one to ensure that you're making progress every step of the way from 0 to having your product launch within that time frame of the course, which is 9 days or 12 weeks.
Jacob, yeah, okay. Do people post and interact every day? People will all be interacting every day in the group chat in the Facebook group. But if you'd like a one-on-one call weekly, then you purchase the one-on-one advising package. If you wanna get that. But every day, Payman and I will be checking the Facebook group and group chat twice a day. Again, we don't want to be glued to our phones 24/7, but we're both going to check in and answer questions and go back and forth in the morning and at night.
And we're going to have a lot of coverage because we're going to be able to cover it around the clock. I'm based in Canada right now. Riley's in Asia. So 24/7, we'll have both of us cover it 4 times a day.
Yep.
All right. All right, one more question. Who's going to be the lucky one for the last question?
All right. Looks like that's it.
All right, it's a wrap then.
Elena, thank you so much. Thank you so much. While it's still open, tag a friend. It's it can always be fun to do it with a buddy. So share this with your friends before it fills up. So.
And one reason we're keeping this small number is because we want to make sure that everybody in the group gets results. We want to work with you as much as possible, even though within the group, so we can answer all of your questions. We don't want to have like 500 people in the course and most people will not get anything out of it. That's why we're keeping it low, so that people are going to be there. They're going to be very motivated, and we will do everything we can to ensure that we answer the question on time and to make sure that they succeed. So this is why this is such a great opportunity, because even though it's not going to be one-on-one, it's almost as if it was one-on-one, because we will do everything to make sure you guys succeed. And as Riley said in the beginning, our goal is to get 100%. 100% of you guys, we want you to not only complete the course, but also to get the result. And the result we want is for you to get your product launched within 90 days on Amazon, going from zero to a product live within 90 days. And that's something highly achievable if you just follow the step-by-step game plan we have, and you do the daily tasks, the weekly assignments, and the monthly targets. So this is your chance, guys.
Cool. Yep. And obviously, if you do want the one-on-one, that'll be available, like I said. So we still have a good amount of people on. Looks like not everyone has joined yet. Last chance to answer questions. For me to answer your questions. If you plan on joining like later today or tomorrow, let me know in the chat. If you're planning on joining, you just haven't done it this second, let me know. Last chance for questions. Going, gone.
Keep in mind, we will be closing this once we get 30 people, so you don't want to miss out.
Yeah. And obviously, I'm going to be, promoting this until it fills up. So, or until it fills up, or until we hit the start day, which will be in the coming days. Whichever comes first. All right. Talk soon, guys that have joined. Guys that have not yet, feel free to contact with questions. And namaste. Koben Kop. Thank you very much. Have a great week.
Cheers, guys.
Oh, I was sharing all that time. Okay. Now you can see my face. Okay. All right. I'll go ahead and end the meeting. All right. Chat soon, guys.